so I'm just calling Turbo here on
Hello?
ICQ.
Hello?
Oh, hello.
Am I too loud?
I think you're good.
I'm very careful about that because of this Uno incident.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
I think we good.
hello everyone. So back into the caster booth after eating a little bit. I mean, 0 to Hero was very, very good today. I just have to say that. And yeah,
Can you keep talking? I'll just adjust the volume as you talk.
Yeah, now we have a banger of a final. Legu, MarciN, CiremixX itself, because he said he will play as well, and Bren are battling it out here, as you can see. I think the total prize pool is 200 euro.
Yep, 200 euro. I just found that out myself.
Yeah, 100. My God,
Yeah.
100 for the first place, and I think 50 or 50 for second, 35 for third, and 15 for fourth, if I remember correctly. Something like that. I mean, that's like the default distribution, kind of. But yeah, I mean, Legu, very strong player, MarciN as well, and Bren. So let's see what they can do against CiremixX here. Let's go into the first round, and from the third edition, let's go Burim.
Let's go. We have, yeah, funnily enough, we have CiremixX playing his own cup, basically. That's pretty funny. I was pleasantly surprised when I checked the spreadsheet. I was like, hey, CiremixX is playing. That's very interesting. But yeah, we have two Grand League players as well
Bren.
in the names of Bren and MarciN. But Bren has already made a mistake here. The Solary player is down all the way to last place with a 1.6 second deficit. He's not going to catch it up. This track is very tech heavy. So 1.6 seconds are definitely not possible to catch up. In the front, we have MarciN, the Polish powerhouse. Currently no team, so he has apparently not continued his contract with Devils 1 by the looks of it, even though he's still driving the car skin, so we are only speculating here at this point. We have Legu right now on second and CiremixX on third. The positions are pretty spread out, so now coming down to the ending. I remember this map still from the last cup, and we see the positions being untouched. Coming towards the finish line, MarciN winning with a 101.3. Legu with a 0.7, CiremixX with a 0.9, and then Bren has basically gotten away with that fourth place here in this round.
Yeah, so I've played the ANC third edition of it, and there
really?
was something called a Team Cup, and I played with Team Legu, and it was really fun because there were 8 captains, and all of those captains, yeah, they got picked. They picked a player, and the player got picked. Determined by his seeding, and I got into Legu's team with other good players, and then it was like a little bit of a team concept, and nice to see that Legu is fighting it out here against Bren. Bren this time around with a good start, so not making a mistake. The only player dropped a little bit further behind is MarciN, but yeah, I think this is a really, really nice tech map, really flowy, not too unforgiving if you make a small mistake, so you're not falling too far behind. But Bren is looking strong. He has a lead of 0.3 of a second, but look who's making knock-knock on Legu's door. CiremixX is coming closer towards Legu. CiremixX opts for that more outside approach and has therefore a little bit more speed coming to that last part of the track. 5 seconds to go, but Legu with a very, very good line here going into that last part of the track, and he will secure the second place. And Bren is in first, CiremixX with a 101.87 in third place, and then we have MarciN with a 102.15, where you can most of the times maybe in round 1 or 2 win rounds with in last place.
Yeah, pretty crazy times here. Bren only 0.5 away from the world record. Iona just saying the world record is 100.8. So Bren showing what he got here, showing that he deserves to be in that grind final. 13 points for both Bren and MarciN right now. We have Legu with 12 and CiremixX with 8. And for the format, in case you haven't seen that in the stream, we have 4 rounds per map with a point limit of 120. Respawns are on, of course, finalist mode. We all love it. It is going to be in here, and we have 6 maps per match. So in case we get through the 6 maps, they will start from this one again. It is going to start all over again right here.
Close fight.
CiremixX, a little bit behind here, but at the front, indeed, we have a very, very nice fight. Wait, I'm a lot more quiet. I can try to fix that here. Maybe I'll put it up a bit more.
Oh,
Let me know if it's fine. But yeah, we're going right into the round here, coming towards the last couple of corners here. It is MarciN and Bren at the front, really, really close lines. And Legu lurking in the shadows here. He's going for a wider approach, but he has to lift off at the front. Nothing is going to happen. It is going to be Bren who stays in front, but only 0.03 of a second. So that was a very juicy battle up front here. between Bren and MarciN, the two TMGL players.
Oh, and
that is pretty good.
Yeah, and CiremixX not finishing this round, so 3 points down the toilet for him. And Bren off to a very good start with 23 rounds, winning 2 rounds in a row after that first mistake here. That was really not bad, but now the Solary player is in the zone again. Let's go into the next round, and CiremixX needs to get some points here. But then, if he's not getting any points, the other players will move away from him. So as we can see, CiremixX not with the best start here. Goes super for outside, had to release even. So we lose additional speed towards that. But a close round again, or going into the second part of the track. Legu 0.1 behind in third place. Then we have MarciN lurking in the shadow behind Bren. Good approach from MarciN, so he has a little bit more speed, but Bren with the better landing here. But saying that, it is actually neck and neck between the press, and MarciN is overtaking Bren here in this section. So great turn there from the Polish player. So let's see what Bren can do, but it's actually MarciN. I think, did he touch or did he get a landing bug? I didn't really cover that, but MarciN with a mistake, and Bren will actually grant himself that first place. But who will get second? Is it Legu or MarciN? Legu with a better line, and Legu will grant himself 6 points. MarciN with 4, and then we have CiremixX again in last place. And Bren again with the first place in a row. So great performance here from the Solary player.
Yep, only the first round didn't really go that well for Bren, but other than that, he is looking strong here on map 1. Built by Michael Gaming, which is the login. And we are gonna go in. Why are you laughing again, huh?
The login was just funny.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, our next map is Cherry. I don't think I've seen this track before. This is from the ANC2, which I have not played or casted. Have you seen this one, Turbo?
Yeah, of course. Because I'm a professional caster, I've played every track beforehand. I actually did.
But okay.
And this track really bamboozled me. This start with the like that you've seen riding on this half pipe block. I didn't really get it for like 3 or 4 times, and also the ending that was really interesting for me, to say it like that. So it is a transitional RPG map, to say it like this. You can see a lot of jumps that you have to really opt for the best line, the best landing here. Therefore a good jump transition here as well. So Bren is just showing why he's one of the best RPG players out there. So at least he was considered that back then. And also some risky ways Bren was approaching that one as well. So Bren off to a good warm-up here. I don't know what WR is. I just played this track for like 10 minutes. But you can see that Bren is doing a beautiful job. I think he got a landing bug there. But other than that, he's uncontested in first place right now in the warm-up. So what do you think about this map? First impression, Burim.
Looks pretty solid, not gonna lie. I see a lot of fancy ideas here being used. A lot of different lines, different transitions. So this one has a bit of everything. And we will definitely see Bren doing very fast here. He is known for being good. You just said it, but Bren has it inside of him. World record seems to be 111.1 by MarciN. So maybe these two players are actually going to battle it out for the big points here, for the 10 points which you get for winning a round. Let's see what's going to happen here. Turbo, take it off for the first rounds.
All right, so I will keep my eye on CiremixX now, because he's only at 11 points. I mean, Legu has double the amount of points with 22. Every player is clearing the start. CiremixX with a wonky approach here, so he loses a little bit of speed. And actually with the turtle, and he is dead. Rip. Oh no, this is bad to him. So let's go with Legu here. Legu right now betting out with MarciN, but look at the difference between Bren, MarciN, and Legu. Bren just seemed to be on another level compared to what the other players. Despite MarciN has the WR, he comes a bit closer, but this is not enough for the Solary player. He is known to be a very versatile player. He has played some Trackmania United back in the days. Yesterday he was participating in the knockout, and he's showing that he's a very, very versatile player on every environment, on every map style, and he is just yoinking in another 10-pointer. So this could be the 4th consecutive 10-pointer in a row for this Solary player here. But let's keep our eyes on Legu, so maybe he can make something happen and maybe can overtake MarciN here in this section. But he doesn't have too much speed, so MarciN will grant that P2. Legu in 3rd, and then we have CiremixX with the DNF, not able to finish.
That is a very strong time by Bren. 1:11.4, which seems to be only 3/10 away from the claimed world record here. So yeah, that is a very, very good beginning for Bren. The mod is not loaded, by the way. This is the first time I see the map.
Okay.
Mod is maybe loading in later. No mod available for now. Round number 2 is available though, and that's a good thing. That's more important. And we see CiremixX once again with not that great of a beginning, but this time around he gets that landing properly and gets it a little better than the current second place player in the scoreboard. It is MarciN with 29 points. CiremixX up to second place. He needs to get some points because he is already 32 points behind the leader of the match right now. It is Bren who is once again in the lead by a big margin, jumping very far to the left here, but he makes it look so easy. It's so pleasant to watch all of these players, but Bren makes it look super easy. He's on another good time as well. MarciN right now trying to get away from CiremixX a little bit. That platform section was nicely executed by the Polish player. Also here, he is getting away. Legu has made a mistake already, and with that, he will not have an effect on the ranking anymore. Coming down to the ending, it is Bren who finishes another 0.4. I mean, that is absolutely incredible. The pace is super fast. I don't think anyone's gonna match him here.
So a little bit of a pun here. Big margin between Bren and MarciN. Okay, I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, you can see MarciN is playing really good. But you can see what's the difference between good and godlike, and you can just consider Bren's playstyle godlike here. It looks so easy and so smooth how he goes through those mini RPG map. Look at him go, this and then the
CiremixX, that's not so
Oh yeah, but he can turtle into the CP, so at least he can finish. But Bren just doing it so good, and Legu is right now in second place, so this time around it's not MarciN. He finds himself a little bit further behind, 1.5 seconds to be exact. Got a good landing though, and it's Legu coming a bit closer towards Bren. 0.4 of a second, so maybe Legu can make something happen here. The player for Team Versa goes for the upside approach as well, so he did that. But Bren is extending his lead to 1.3 seconds. What happened there?
Ridiculous.
I mean, did Legu do anything wrong, or was it just
Not
Bren
really.
driving
No.
insane? This is
He's just fast.
so Bren is just playing out of his mind and will win the 6th. Yeah, guys, you heard it. The 6th round in a row. So what a performance here from Bren. So he really wants to take those 100 euro away with him. So 111.74 for him. Legu with a 113, and MarciN even almost overtaking Legu there in the end. And CiremixX is barely able to finish, as we have a finish timeout of 10 seconds. So yeah,
All right.
what a performance from Bren.
That's incredible. I mean, look at the gap between first and fourth. CiremixX constantly getting last, unfortunately. He's not really finding himself into the match at the moment. But getting into the grand final is a good thing already. Looking at the bracket, which you can see by using !bracket in the chat. You can see that he won against a lot of renowned players.
Oh, CiremixX!
No! Right as I was about to praise him, but also MarciN is stuck in the corner.
Legu went
will
first.
leave us with a double at the front. A 1v1 situation between the two French players. Legu versus Bren, and Legu is actually leading over Bren at the moment, but I think he's going to have a hard time keeping Bren behind him. As we see Bren already snacking him like it was a piece of Kinderriegel. And that is, of course, not too surprising, to be honest. I mean, we see how fast Bren is, and I would have been surprised if Legu actually kept up. So there we have it. Bren already 0.4 ahead. Legu, of course, will be happy with those 6 points that he will get from becoming second in this round. We have the last portion coming up, landing on the platform, rotating your car, keep the gear, and then drive to the finish. 111.6. That is 4 111s in a row, a time that nobody else has driven in the entirety of these 4 rounds. So, yeah, that is domination at its best, Turbo.
Yeah, this is like 73 points out of 80 points possible. I mean, this is everything but not climatic. But maybe you have anticipated it already. The battle for the second place. We can see MarciN with 43 points and then Legu with 41 points. So this could be a very interesting fight. And now we see a more Zerato-ish style map, where we have a little bit of the nest, like we have a two-way option
really?
coming to the end of the track. So let's see, maybe some players will have find something out or a better line there. So a lot of box slides, or one box slide is happening here, then some transitional jumps. You really want to have the best speed to land in this slope, so MarciN did it really good. And then there's the water bounce coming, which can also mess you over just after this half-pipe section here. So, I mean, every player passes it, but of course there's everywhere there are room for arrows here. But I'm interested to see if someone can break this chain there from Bren. What do you think, William?
Who is it gonna be? That's the question. Who is gonna defeat Bren? It's not about defeating him in this match. It's just taking one round for him at the moment. That's really what it seems like. Absolutely insane. I mean, would you agree that this is probably the easiest money for Bren he has ever earned in his life?
Yeah,
at the moment.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, he has already participated at this cup, and concerning that there was from zero to hero and a lot of players who are actually good in this mapping style, for example Default or Carl Jr., who have participated not here but in the from zero to hero, are not playing here. This could be the easiest 100 euro for Bren. But let's go with the first round here. I will follow CiremixX because he's at 18 points. Not the best start for him though, but of course it's only the start, so it's yeah, relatively yeah, you can't say nothing about that, or you can't say nothing about this. So CiremixX not with the best box stat here and didn't really get the best outcome there. So he finds himself in the last place and did additional mistake, but he's able to make that jump, but not smoothly. So let's check here. MarciN right now on first, being chased by none other than, of course, Bren. But we will go to the second part of the map here. So MarciN is right now opting to grant himself 10 points, so this could be good for the Polish player, and he could move a little bit away from Legu, who's right now only, quote-unquote only, because you play against an insane Bren in third place. So let's see, let's follow Bren here for that last couple of turns. MarciN doing it good, but Bren with a mistake! And actually Legu will overtake him, so Legu will grant himself a 6-pointer here, and MarciN, if he survives this ending, will get a valuable, very valuable 10-pointer, because, yeah, we have Bren in this match, as you have already pointed out beforehand. CiremixX also able to finish, but yet again, only in last place. So this is not looking good for him.
Damn, what a round that was. But I'm actually pleasantly surprised. MarciN with some really good Neo slides consecutively in that mid part. And with that, he was able to get himself the lead he needed. So Bren's chain has been broken. He has lost his 7 rounds streak.
Yeah, 7 rounds it was.
So that's a tough pill to swallow right there. But yeah, here we are.
Ooh, MarciN.
Time to redeem himself. MarciN with an insane bug slide exit right there. Very nicely done. We have Bren right behind him. CiremixX on third, and Legu dead, completely dead. Went right into the wall, full stop, had to respawn, and this is at least a third place for CiremixX. But let's take a look. Up ahead, we have the battle between MarciN and Bren once again. Bren has gone for a no jump, getting himself the entirety of that downhill, and the extra speed actually translates into a better water bounce. So it actually makes sense that he did that. Now we have the aforementioned Neo slide section here. MarciN messes up the Neo slide, almost falls off the platform, and CiremixX up to P2. And this is, of course, a free 6-pointer here for him. The opportunity to at least slightly close in to the players on 2 and 3. And then there's Bren. Once again, a 10th place. Another day in the office for Bren.
So maybe his streak will build up again. So he can win 4 more rounds after that. And then the finalist round as well. So let's see. Maybe Bren can make a 6 streak happening here. Oh, was my maths correct? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it was correct. Okay, going to the third round on a road trip. Of course, we play 4 rounds on each track. And after that, we will go to a map called DEFCON, which was the full speed map. So we will see a full speed map after that.
Oh la la.
If I remember correctly. I don't know. I'm not sure if it was the full speed map or not. So I don't remember quite. But yeah, MarciN again with a good start. But this time around, it's not CiremixX falling super far behind. And MarciN again with a good start. And look at this. Bren making a mistake. And Bren has to respawn. So this is not looking good for Bren. He will most likely only grant himself 3 points. So MarciN on his way to maybe win another round. We have Legu behind him. Also good amount of speed, 0.18 of a second between MarciN and Legu. The ending is remaining, and of course the Neo slides are very important here, which MarciN did really good in the first round. But also this time around he did it really good, and this is just smooth to watch. Oh, good no jump, but Legu also with a lot of speed. Look at this. Legu comes a little bit closer, but I think it's not sufficient for him. 0.12 of a second, so only the end jump is remaining. Can Legu clock in a 10-pointer? He's risking it, and he can take it! But MarciN will stay ahead, 18,000 of a second, but what a great comeback there from Legu. And CiremixX is in third, and yeah, Bren is finishing in last, but he's moving up to 90 points, which is certainly pretty good for him, because 3 victories till finals mode.
That was a good fight up front, only 200ths of a second between first and second place. This is what we like to see here. This is what we love about Trackmania, and we have the final round coming up here. Bren about to possibly break through the 3-digit barrier here. He only needs one more first place to get to 100 flat points. Great exit right there in the bug slide for both Bren and MarciN. Legu and CiremixX have to jump to the left in order to stay on the track. Now we have the triangle, very tight. You barely fit through that.
Oh, Bren!
Risking it for the biscuit right there. You really saw he was trying to go as low as possible to minimize airtime. And this time around, again, it did not work out for the Solary player. So he is not gonna break through the 100 points. Instead, it is going to be MarciN closing in, and this map seems to be quite good for the Polish player. He has caught up to Bren, even though the gap is too big. Never mind. It is MarciN falling into the swimming pool. Swimming emoji in the chat, and that is going to be a free round for both Legu and CiremixX. Both of them in dire need of some points. Legu now jumping into the finish, 108.056. CiremixX on second, Bren on P3, and then we have MarciN not even able to reach the finish line. This is a massive dent into his confidence for sure.
Yeah, and Legu will come close, so only 1 point behind MarciN now. And the former time you've praised MarciN, he has made a mistake there as well. So
yeah, I should stop that.
Cast's curse is kicking in. So I was wrong. This is not the full speed map, but also a very good map from the ANC3. So that was sticking in my mind, but I was connecting it with the full speed map. But a map that makes use of magnet blocks. So also a very cool track.
One.
And I really dig this track. I had a finalist situation here where I had 60 points and the other one was finalist, but I was only able to win 2 rounds and then I lost because I choked, but that's a different story. But this is a very cool track. I have good memories about this. It's very fun to drive, and the ending can be very challenging as well because you have a risky finish, and we will soon find this out.
I remember I've seen this one in the last ANC Cup. This one is very transitional, as you can see. A lot of jumps, a lot of air control required, grip management on top of that. So this is not a track for the lighthearted. We will definitely see some types of mistakes, especially here. You saw the winding platforms going from one side to another. These are pretty difficult to land properly because the car can easily over tilt and then you basically end up flying and you are dead. Also here, very tight section. This one has brought some very interesting fights in the actual ANC Cup, which I have casted, by the way. If you want to check that out, if you want to rewatch some good races, they are available on YouTube. And yeah, this ending, you see right here, you have to jump zigzag, zigzag, tic-tac, tic-tac, and very difficult to get that right. Maybe the one or other position change is gonna happen here as well.
So what's possible in the ending, that you can squeeze your car just between the sculpture and jump into the finish directly. That's also possible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think some players have done this, but it's really hard to do, and it's not saving a lot of time. Going into the first round now, let's actually check out Bren, because he really stumbled in the 2 prior rounds, and right now he's only sitting in last position, but only finding himself 0.13 of a second behind the leader, who's right now MarciN. Good approach for him. Also Legu, interesting, or odd approach for him, let's say like that, but still in the mix. Also CiremixX this time around is in the 3rd place, but only 0.2 behind, so maybe this map suits him better. Now we have to skip the freewheeling here, of course, not getting in touch with that. And now the cruel part is coming in. You really want to grant himself a lot of speed, and look at Bren! This is how you have to do it. Bren driving out of the Bilderbuch here. What a great round from him so far. And MarciN, really good approach for him here. As you can see, he's right now in 1st place. 0.09 of a second ahead of Bren. Good approach, but now the ending is coming. Bren clipping a bit, so he finds himself a little bit further behind than MarciN, and also Legu is attacking Bren here, but MarciN with a mistake, and I remember that this turn was very difficult to do, but now the first place battle between Legu and Bren. Bren is releasing it, Legu is risking it. Legu will grant himself a 10-pointer, a well-needed 10-pointer with a 111.86. Bren with a sub 112 in second place. CiremixX granting himself third, and MarciN after that mistake in last place.
Very unfortunate mistake for MarciN. That was like one of the worst possible places to crash. Because you need all of that speed to, first of all, pass that jump, which comes up right afterwards, and then also have enough speed to make the succession of jumps at the end. So not very good for MarciN. He is going to lose some additional points. He's now down to 70 points and third place in the total scoreboard. Bren at 100. He's making small baby steps towards the 120 points, which is the point limit you need to reach in order to unlock the finalist mode. And in this
MarciN!
Another massive mistake by MarciN. You hate to see it. This is definitely a O kurwa moment right here for the Polish fans. MarciN now dead last in this round. Bren on first. Legu catching up here. He has a lot more speed than Bren. And this could actually turn out into a pretty interesting fight. But Legu losing his gear. That is not so greatly calculated of a gear right there. And Bren will capitalize from that once again. Now we have this part where you have to squeeze your car in between that transition. Manage that grip properly. Now we have the part where MarciN crashed this time around. Legu. Oh my god, I thought he crashed.
Me too.
I thought he crashed. That was a very dangerous exit right there from the French player. But they will both make it here. Bren and Legu on P1 and P2. Followed by CiremixX. Easy going on third. And MarciN taking the safe finish on the outside. Will get 3 points, but in the direct battle against Legu, MarciN is having the lower hand at the moment.
Yeah, so it was a really good start for Bren there, and good comeback from Legu, but he lost it a little bit in the end. I was thinking that he was touching as well, but his line, where he was just coming closer towards Bren, was a bit off, and he didn't get too much speed from that. But other than that, every player except of Bren have made a mistake in the prior round. As we can see, this time around it's only CiremixX who falls a little bit behind, 0.3 of a second behind MarciN, who's right now the leader of the race. Then we have Bren and Legu in P2 and P3, but this is impossible to call. Good speed for both Bren and Legu, so they will come closer towards MarciN, but Legu not with the best line, and it will be actually a fight here before the first place between MarciN and Bren. Let's go into that last part here, the magnetic part. Players are approaching it very good. Bren still in first, but only 700 of a second over MarciN. MarciN with a good line, comes a little bit closer, but Bren with a better exit in this part. So only the ending is remaining for the solo replayer, and let's see what MarciN can do. MarciN has to push it because MarciN is 9 points behind Legu, and Legu is just in a hard pursuit behind him. Legu also with a good part here, has a little bit more speed than MarciN, so he comes closer. He is actually granting himself that second place, and Legu will overtake MarciN here in this ending section. Bren yet again in first, and Legu over MarciN in the ending. CiremixX only in last place and granting himself 3 points, and he's only at 48 points, so not a good performance there for CiremixX. And Bren is now in finalist mode. I forgot that, but he's in finalist mode now.
He is indeed in finalist mode, so Bren can take it home now. He has almost tripled the points from CiremixX, so that's quite astonishing to say the least. So Bren has the chance, and he would definitely deserve the victory as well. He played out of his mind in this entire match. And this round is looking very good for Solary Bren. He wants to make it happen here in the very first finals attempt. This is a very good start for him as he finds himself on first place with a very direct inside line here on the blue part. Right now 1100 in front. CiremixX now passing MarciN. We have a double for that second place. And Bren is about to run away here. This is a section which he usually gets pretty well. But as we said earlier, anything can happen this time. However, Bren taking a very good speed out of this one. The gear might be dangerous here for the players, but this time around everyone will manage it properly. CiremixX versus MarciN. MarciN with the upper hand here. Now the platform right-hander. Very difficult to maintain that speed. Bren still in first place here. 0.4 of a difference here between first and second place. Onto the blue part we go, transitioning into that section here. Bren very close to that inside edge, but he is still live.
Oh, MarciN dead.
He only needs one more transition here. One more jump here for Bren, and he's going to win the ANC Cup Best of Edition 2020. Bren is your well-deserved champion, and he will get 100 euro on his PayPal account. That is not too shabby.
Yeah, so what a dominant performance there from Bren. And in the round beforehand, I didn't really recognize that he was finalist already because this is just going over so quickly. But he just won so many rounds. I think 10 rounds or 11 rounds, or maybe even 12, I don't know. But Bren is really the deserved victorious player here of this Best of ANC Cup. And now we will play ANC Gias, however it's pronounced. I'm not a French expert.
Yes.
Yes, maybe like that.
I have no idea.
But this map was also played in the ANC 3, one of the coolest tracks as well, with a very difficult ending section where you have a grass part, and this will determine your speed in the ending section because you have to jump on a dirt hill, and then you have to clear a jump, and if you're going for that risky jump, you only can pass it if you had a good grass section. But let's see what the players are doing. So it's the Raid to Ish map yet again. MarciN doing a good warm-up here. And I'm really interested to see if MarciN can come close towards Legu here, because only 7 points between both of the players. CiremixX with 54 points in dead last, and it will be a hard task for him to come back from that.
Indeed, but the second and third place, they're very close together, only 7 points. We will see quite a few rounds. Bren has literally ran away from all of the players here. So MarciN and Legu are now finally able to get those 10 points regularly. Now the 10 points are finally up for grabs, and we will definitely see the players getting to that 100 points and exceeding the 100 points. This is the part that Turbo was just talking about. The jump onto the dirt hill, you need to accumulate enough speed and then make those jumps.
Thanks, MarciN.
actually fucked it up here. He demonstrated that for us, of course, just showing what not to do, essentially. And then we had CiremixX, who made it successfully. So yeah, that ending is going to be very decisive to get as much speed as possible. Not too much speed, though. If you get too much speed, then you're also dead. So you gotta make sure that you get that exact sweet spot of kilometers an hour. Otherwise, you will find yourself in the bush. First round, we have a very good beginning here for MarciN and CiremixX. Legu has already fallen behind. Small ramp cut here on the right, nothing too difficult. But Legu is continuing to lose some time. Here you need to get as much exit speed out of that drift as possible. Legu getting it absolutely atrociously, while CiremixX and MarciN are definitely in a nice battle. Tight exit here in that turn. Now the quarter pipe. This is very important. Setup. You don't have a lot of time to set yourself up properly. Nice exit here for the Polish player. Will get away from CiremixX just a tiny tad. 4400s now. Onto the Zeppelin we go. No landing bug here for anyone. This would have been a nightmare in Team NF if I think about it.
Indeed.
But yeah, here now the last drop onto the grass. Looking good for both players. I think both of them are going to make it here. Maybe a small speed slide on the dirt is required. There you go. Allez, allez. And both of them are snacking themselves some points here in this round. MarciN with 10, which is pretty much the best case scenario, as he gets 10. And his direct opponent, Legu, only with 4 points, with a 1 whole second deficit now. 92 to 91 Turbo. This is super exciting now.
Yeah, so good time there from Legu, finding himself, I think, 1 second behind the WR. I think WR was something with 113 high, if I remember correctly. I had something with 113. But good time there from MarciN, and this time around it's looking good yet again, and CiremixX is also in that second place. But of course, a second place is not enough for the gaming privé player. Yes, I've learned that pronunciation.
Oh la la.
Yeah, oh la la. So yeah, but it's looking good because CiremixX is just denying 2 additional points towards the direct opponent of MarciN. And this is looking really good because MarciN can't surpass the 100 points barrier then. So this time around it is actually Legu making a mistake and is barely able to make that jump. And he can go into the CP, but he has to go for that alternative line with the turbos there. So he won't have a saying in this round. And MarciN is just 0.4 ahead. So this map suits him very good, as you can see. Just going into that last cruel part that can really mess you up, the landing on the grass and then the drift cancelling after that. So MarciN does it really good. It's minus 0.3 of a second, so this could also be a 0.114 mid time. Great performance from MarciN and CiremixX. Oh, but I think he will stay ahead of Legu because Legu is too far behind. Yes, he will. CiremixX in second and MarciN with a 115. So he took it conservatively in the end. wise decision by him, and Legu is also able to finish, but only in last place. So 96 points for Legu, and MarciN now 5 points ahead of Legu, Burim.
Yeah, we have a nice back and forth here. A nice little yo-yo between MarciN and Legu throughout the entire match, pretty much. So this dynamic duo, as I like to call it, is basically continuing throughout the whole match, and it will as well in the next rounds. We have round number 3 on the map by a Yona here dropping onto the dirt. I remember when I played this track, I was like, this is quite an interesting track. I remember I did some map testing for the ANC Cup 3.
Ah, okay.
And basically gave my 2 cents, my 2 Pfennig on the maps. And yeah, I remember having played this. Oh, was that a mistake?
Oh, what? What happened to Legu?
Legu is dead. He touched. We have the fight for first place here between MarciN and CiremixX. This is actually super close. We will have to take a very, very close look at that. CiremixX and MarciN. Onto the Zeppelin we go. Both of them opting for a low jump off the Zeppelin. Everything will be decided in the ending. This is going to be quite exciting to watch. CiremixX might have a better angle. A bit of a wider turn here, trying to accumulate a bit more speed, and everything will now be decided in that last jump. Both going for a bit of a zigzag here, and I think MarciN will have it. He passes him. He actually gets the 10 points, and I think this is the first round that CiremixX wins in this match.
Yeah, so great ending there from CiremixX. MarciN a little bit too far to the left there, and therefore he had to release and readjust his line there. But still good for CiremixX, granting himself 10 points. But this will only, quote-unquote, put him at 76 points. Of course, MarciN and Legu, as well as Bren, who is already not playing this match because he has already won. So this just emphasizes his dominant performance. They are really tough nuts to crack, and of course this is the final. This is not round 2 or round 3. So CiremixX with a great performance, so maybe he can come back, but a wonky approach for him. But also Legu is not too far ahead here, as we can see here. Not a good line for him. Doesn't really get a good landing there in the slope. I mean, it actually wasn't that bad, but he's still 0.6 of a second behind MarciN in this part. He comes a little bit closer towards CiremixX though, but it's really looking good for MarciN yet again to clock in another 10-pointer. But what did CiremixX do there? Oh my god, I thought for a minute that he had to respawn there, but that wasn't the case. So we have a battle here for that second place between Legu and CiremixX. Gaming Privé against Versa. Who's gonna take it? CiremixX not with the best line here, but it will be all in this right-hander there. And CiremixX did it really good, but CiremixX with a bad landing as well as Legu. So who will it be? CiremixX is going for that more outside approach and therefore has more speed. And Legu has not the most amount of speed in this section. And it will be CiremixX who will be in second place. Legu will not able to make that upper finish, but he will finish down there and will move up to 104 points. But MarciN now 117 points, and he's only 1 finish away of final status. So good job there for MarciN on this map.
Yeah, very good job by him indeed, and not so good of a map for Legu. He has been throwing away a lot of rounds, a lot of mistakes by Legu, unfortunately. And that might be the nail in the coffin for him. He's now 13 points behind, and he writes okay GG in the chat, so I'm not sure if this is a good or bad thing. We'll see. We're jumping onto most likely the final track of the evening, Unlogic's Storm. Can't really decipher who that login belongs to, but
yeah, me neither.
This seems to be a map of a different kind here as well.
Yes.
We have seen it early on before the match started for a little bit. So yeah, this one will be the decider. Any bets in the chat? Who will win it here? Who will get second? Well, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Paving the path for Legu. That was nice. They were like, yeet.
I mean, a very precise player is of course very good here. I don't really sure who I would favor here. But it seems that CiremixX had the pace before he has crashed, because you really need to, you were spoken about nailing it. You really need to nail your car just in between, or maybe squeeze is a more fitting word, just in between those holes, and you have like 2 or 3 of them on those tracks or on this track. And I think if you make a mistake, you're dead in this round, and it really is the determination here on this map. And let's see who will take it. Let's go into the first round. Let's follow Legu, who's at 104 points and can definitely make something happen here. All right, let's go. You really need to do a no jump here. And what I had when I was practicing this map, well, when I was playing this map, that this angle was really weird for that first CP. But Legu not with the best landing here. And this is not looking good for him. He really needs to rely on a mistake from either MarciN or CiremixX. But CiremixX does it really good. Actually with a battle, but both with a mistake. Am I really calling that right now? Oh my god, so Legu now in first. Okay, Caster's Curse is kicking in again. All right. Thank you. Thanks for your attention. Thanks for listening. And now Legu is on his way to win 310 points. And this will spice everything up because then he only needs first and second place in order to grand finalist. But of course, if MarciN is then winning the round, he will not be able to grant himself the second place. But maybe he can make something happen as he's approaching the ending. 55.95. Okay time. I'm not sure what WR is. CiremixX 1 second behind and MarciN in addition 1.5 seconds. So MarciN activates the finalist mode, Legu 114 and CiremixX at 88 points.
This could be it right here. MarciN now in his finals attempt. The first one he has, but the previous round has been more than chaos. So hopefully this round will be a little bit closer. Let's take a look here. CiremixX with a very, very tight line around that checkpoint. Giving himself a little bit of a boost here, a little bit of a start advantage here for the French player. Also, the drift seemingly good for all available players here on the field. The world record is a 53.64 by Bren, so the times in the previous round were pretty far behind. But now we have two different lines being picked by both CiremixX and MarciN. MarciN now with a bit of a side ramp here, trying to get a bit more speed. CiremixX touching on the inside, whereas Legu. Legu is a whopping 0.3 behind.
Oh, so no.
This could actually be it here. Legu also tilting a lot at that transition, catching ground contact a little bit too early. And if MarciN doesn't bottle that ending, it is going to be the GG. Let's take a look at the final jump. The Polish player will get that second place. 54.397. And this is the second place in the ANC Best of Cup 2020 for MarciN. GG.
So great performance there from MarciN in the end. Legu was a little bit further ahead 2 maps ago, but it was MarciN who really played good on the prior map and also just ended it here after winning that round. So good performance. CiremixX unfortunately made that mistake, and now CiremixX needs to deny Legu because Legu is now finalist because he got that second place and not the third place. He was at 114, so fittingly for him. CiremixX with a little bit more speed over that freewheel section, but it's not enough to overtake Legu. Oh, as both of the players are actually passing this whole section here. So greatly executed by both of them, but CiremixX with a little bit of a worse line compared to what's Legu here. So he finds himself 0.3 of a second ahead here. So let's follow Legu here for that last couple of moments. This could be it. This could be the last round of the best of ANC here. Legu with a good speed outcome finds himself 0.8 of a second ahead of his PB, and this looks good. Only the end is remaining for him, and he could clock in that third place. Looking good for him, 54.20, and Legu in third place. GG.
This is it. Pack your things. We're done with the ANC Cup. Bren wins it in an absolutely convincing fashion here. Almost tripling the amount of points that the last place player had. So Bren really on another level here. Deserved winner. Deserved second and third and fourth in my opinion as well. The battle for second and third was pretty hot, but MarciN definitely proved that he was the more consistent player and he kept his cool in the decisive rounds, and that makes it a very deserved victory here, or a second place, a deserved second place in this case, for the Polish player. So GG. We've seen some good battles.